Yo, what's up, guys? This is the kind of shit I'm talking about that I fucking, you see, and then you pass this. So I'm like knee deep in, thought or whatever. And I'm like, I got people calling me from the fucking band and, all this bullshit. And I'm like, oh, is this the test or whatever? And this fucking truck drives by right here. This is why it works, because there's another fucking lane. This truck drives by, and I look, and look at this right here. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. When the fuck have you ever seen that on the side of a truck? Ever. So I look up, and bam, that truck passes me. And then I'm like, oh, and that's called a coincidence. So I'm like, oh, what should I do? Like, what the fuck? All these people hate me. I lost all of my money, all my employees, all this shit. I'm like, now I got all these people calling me probably for a fucking copyright lawsuit. And I'm like, this is the test. And I look up, and there's a fucking Mack truck with a Jesus symbol on the side. Now, I can't tell you how many Mack trucks I've seen in my entire life, right? And obviously, you can prove mathematically that, eventually, if you look at enough trucks. But at the exact moment, okay, that my mind is right there, I look up, and bam, I see Jesus on the side of a fucking Mack truck. Now, that's meaningful, okay? It's called a meaningful coincidence. Now, you would say, well, the guy put it on. Yeah, I get it. Think about a fucking computer, okay? Not that God's a computer. God's like a fucking, is a being. But think about the strongest supercomputer that we could ever fucking develop as human beings, okay? Like, talk about fucking 300, 400, 500 years from now. Think about the technology that's been developed in the past 100 years, okay? Now, think about the exponential increase. Then think about 300 or 400 years from now. Okay? Think about the computing power of a fucking supercomputer then. If you were running a simulation right now, you would be able to know and understand, because you're omniscient and you can control everything in this simulation, right? You would be able to know that me, James, is thinking about this right then and there. So, you could technically have someone put a fucking Jesus logo on their truck 5 years ago, or whenever the fuck that guy did so, right? You could manipulate traffic a little bit, on his route that happens to be where James is at that fucking moment. You know that he's going to get a call from the band. You're not going to screw with anyone's day. You may have people press the brakes or whatever, but at the exact moment he looks up and sees a Mack truck, what? It's got that Jesus logo on it. It's not just what are the odds that there is. You don't just take mathematically how many Jesus logos are on the side of, however many Mack trucks in the fucking United States and do a simple. No, this is talking about a supercomputer, guys. You are in a video game. I don't know what else to fucking tell you guys. That's how it works. It's not you're thinking about like a fucking human being or someone who has, in terms of like thinking about it in terms of our computing power in 2018. Whatever the fuck we're involved in, whatever this is well beyond our scope of understanding. That's how this system works. You are in a video game. Jesus just didn't have the language to describe it.